Title: At my daughter's wedding, that I paid for, the hotel staff stopped me at the entrance and said, "Your name isn't on the guest list." Confused, I called my ex-wife, and she said, "Yes, that's right. This event is only for real family. Go home, we will send you leftovers," my ex-wife's new husband said. I quietly walked away. But just hours later, they called me in a panic because her fiancé called off the wedding. Start. They stopped me at the entrance. The doorman, polite but firm, looked at me like I was an intruder. "Your name isn't on the guest list, sir." For a second, I thought it was a mistake. My daughter's wedding. The wedding I paid for. The one I worked nights, sold assets, and broke myself for. I called my ex-wife. Her voice was coated in venom and satisfaction. "Yes, that's right," she said. "This event is only for real family." Then her new husband took the phone, casual as a man shooing away a beggar. "Go home," he said. "We'll send you leftovers." I didn't argue, I didn't beg. I turned, walked into the night, and felt my chest hollow out. Once I was her whole world, my daughter's first hero. I taught her to ride a bike, held her hand when she was sick, and cheered for her louder than anyone at school plays. But divorce poisons loyalties. My ex-wife was relentless, whispering her narratives into our daughter's ears. Years of eroding my place in her life until I was a shadow she barely acknowledged. I saw it happening. I felt it. And still, I kept giving. College funds, down payments, and finally, this wedding. I told myself, it's for her happiness, even if I'm the ghost in the background. That night, when they barred me at the entrance, I understood. I was never meant to be part of her future. They only needed my money, not me. I drove home in silence. Grief gave way to clarity. Clarity sharpened into resolve. Betrayal always leaves fingerprints, and I had been collecting them long before they thought I noticed. Emails I wasn't supposed to see. Bank transactions that hinted at her new husband siphoning funds into accounts my ex-wife conveniently ignored. And my daughter's fiancé, the one everyone paraded as her fairy tale prince, wasn't faithful. I had proof, photos, messages, receipts. I had kept them buried. Insurance, quiet leverage, in case my daughter ever needed saving. But that night, watching strangers celebrate in a hall I paid for while I stood outside, I decided the insurance policy would be cashed in. I waited until the ceremony began. The first toast had barely finished when my phone buzzed. A call from the hotel manager, frantic. Then from my ex-wife. Then from my daughter, sobbing. The fiancé had walked out. Not just walked out, publicly exposed. Called off the wedding, announced he wasn't marrying into that kind of family, and I was the reason. 2 weeks earlier, I had arranged a private meeting with him, a quiet dinner. No threats, no shouting, just facts on the table. I showed him the photos, him with another woman, dates overlapping with his engagement. I showed him the messages, his lies spelled out in his own words. And then the financial documents, evidence that my ex-wife's husband had been stealing from the very wedding fund I had built. I didn't demand money. I didn't ask for an apology. I offered him a choice. Go through with the wedding, and this all becomes public the moment you say I do. Or walk away now, save your reputation, your business, your name. Either way, they burn. His face drained of color. He realized he wasn't marrying into wealth. He was marrying into a scandal. He agreed. At the altar, in front of hundreds of guests, he delivered his decision. His words carved through the room like a blade. I cannot marry into a family built on lies and theft. The silence after was deafening. My ex-wife froze, mask cracking. Her husband paled. My daughter collapsed in humiliation. Cameras caught everything. Guests whispered, filmed, uploaded. By the time the night ended, the city was already buzzing. The aftermath was brutal. My ex-wife's perfect image shattered. Her new husband's theft surfaced when the accounts were audited. Lawsuits followed. His business collapsed. My daughter, she didn't call me for weeks. Maybe she hated me. Maybe she still does. But hate has edges, and edges can cut through illusions. Love can return. Hate, at least, means she thinks of me. And me? I slept better than I had in years. They wanted me gone. They wanted me silent, invisible, erased. But I am still here, stronger, colder, and finally untangled from their games.
When they told me I wasn't family, they were right. I'm not theirs anymore. I am something else entirely, the consequence they never saw coming. And in the end, I didn't need to raise my voice. I just showed the truth. The truth did the rest. I don't regret it, because that night, when my phone rang and their perfect world crumbled, I finally understood. Justice doesn't need applause. It only needs silence, patience, and the right moment to strike. And I struck.